Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode, day number 216 of the 365-day trivia road trip. We have a year full of random knowledge trivia quizzes that come out every single day. We have 20 questions up at the front of the quiz. At the end of the episode, there's a question 21 that you can use for a tiebreaker if you need it. Thank you for watching, and good luck on today's quiz. Question number 1. When the Olympics leave town, stadiums often become abandoned. When the World's Fair leaves town, many cities still have tourist landmarks. What is the iron structure that was built for the 1889 World's Fair that still remains the most visited monument in its city? The 1889 World's Fair, they built the Eiffel Tower. Question number 2. Forensic sculptors now often help authorities identify skeletons by making sculptures of their faces. What is the four-letter word that names such a sculpture primarily of a person's head and neck? The answer is a bust. Question number 3. A dwarf kicks at one of these animals in Velázquez's painting Las Meninas, and a small one of these animals stands near the feet of a dark-clothed man and woman in a green dress in Van Eyck's Arnolfini wedding. What are these animals that Cassius Coolidge painted playing poker? The answer is dogs. Question number 4. In an epistolary novel by this author, the demons Screwtape and Wormwood discuss how they can direct a human, known as the patient, to a life of sin. What is the name of this author of Christian allegorical novels like the Screwtape Letters? The answer is C.S. Lewis. Question number 5. In this novel, Walter Chase doesn't snitch on the protagonist because he is afraid of Meyer Wolfsheim. What is the title of this F. Scott Fitzgerald novel in which Tom sends his wife away from the Plaza Hotel and she kills Myrtle with a car while driving through the Valley of Ashes? Some lesser-known plot lines there from The Great Gatsby. Question number 6. This animal was the subject of a riddle given at Timnah after Samson discovered honey inside the carcass of one of these animals. This animal of Judah is honored in Rasta by wearing dreadlocks. King Darius punished Daniel by throwing him into a den of what kind of animals? The answer is lions. Question number 7. What was the name of the abolitionist that, on October 16, 1859, seized the U.S. arsenal at Harper's Ferry in what is now the state of West Virginia and was later captured and hanged for his role in the raid? The answer is John Brown. Question number 8. The pink one in Shiraz has extensive stained glass windows, and Al-Aqsa in Jerusalem is the furthest one of these buildings to which Muhammad was transported during the night journey. What is the name for these places of worship in Islam? The answer is a mosque. Question number 9. This continent is home to the Drakensberg, a 600-mile-long formation in the Great Escarpment, and Mount Kenya, which features over a dozen peaks. What is this continent whose highest peak, Kilimanjaro, stands over Tanzania? The answer is Africa. Question number 10. According to some legends, this man reached Greece as a slave from Ethiopia. What is the name of this ancient fabulist whose tales, such as the ant and the grasshopper, are cataloged in the Perry Index? The answer is Aesop. Question number 11. This term, which names groups made of equivalence classes from larger groups, inspired the choice of a capital Q for the symbol of the set of rational numbers. What is this term for the result of a division problem? Starts with a Q. The term for the result of a division problem is a quotient. Question number 12. In 2009, Stephen Hawking threw a party for people performing this action, but no one came. Faster than light speeds would allow tachyons to perform this action, and the grandfather paradox may indicate that this action is impossible. A wormhole might permit what staple action of science fiction? We're looking for time travel, or any variants thereof. Question 13. This author wrote long-titled short stories about the celebrated jumping frog of Calaveras County and the man that corrupted Hadleyburg. Who is this American author of a novel in which a medieval wizard builds Gatling guns to defend against attacking knights? This other long title is A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court by Mark Twain. Question number 14. This location contains Lake Isa, which straddles the Continental Divide, and its obsidian cliff was used for tool making by the ancient Native Americans. What American national park sits above North America's largest active supervolcano? The answer is Yellowstone. Question number 15. What is the name of the Virginia battleground site where British leader Lord Cornwallis surrendered more than 7,000 English and Hessian soldiers to George Washington on October 19, 1781? The battleground site we're looking for is Yorktown. Question number 16. On one side of the African continent, Table Mountain overlooks this city, the second most populous in South Africa after Johannesburg. South Africa's parliament meets in what coastal city? The answer is Cape Town. Question number 17. This instrument plays a solo in the song I'm Getting Sentimental Over You and is featured in the standards Moonlight Serenade and In the Mood. What is this instrument that was derived from the medieval sackbut that requires little effort to perform a glissando? I believe a glissando is a slide down the scale, and that's easily done when you have a trombone. Trombone is the answer. Question number 18. While filming a commercial for this brand, Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire in a pyrotechnics accident. In World War Z, Brad Pitt's character uses this beverage to distract zombies, and in a quickly pulled 2017 ad, Kendall Jenner ends a protest by giving a police officer a can of what brand of soda? The answer is Pepsi. Question 19. In this state, a tree stump called the Old Man of the Lake floats in a lake created by the collapse of Mount Mazama. The cities of Eugene and Corvallis lie on Interstate 5 in which state, which is also home to Crater Lake? The answer is Oregon. And question 20. In a book from this country, 3 men in a peach garden swear an oath that they will die on the same day. The Romance of the Three Kingdoms and Journey to the West are 2 of the 4 great classics of what country? The answer is China. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road Trivia. Check back tomorrow. We're starting Pit Stop Trivia. Pit Stop on the weekends. It's the shorter questions, the faster game. We're doing 1 round of Pit Stop written by me, and then on Sunday we start all of the viewer submitted quizzes for while I'm gone on the camping trip. We have 8 days in a row, starting off with a Pit Stop Trivia from Jeannie and Dave. So you've got a lot to look forward to over a full week of viewer submitted quizzes, which gives you a different perspective on questions than the normal stuff that I'm doing, which I enjoy. Hopefully you do as well. Here's question 21, the tiebreaker. After the success of the 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment System, the Nintendo company released their new 16-bit game system with 2 additional buttons on the controller. What year did the Super Nintendo Entertainment System come out in America? Whichever player gets closest to the year is going to win the point. The SNES came out in 1991. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Check back tomorrow for a pit stop quiz, and then get ready because next week is all viewer quizzes. See you then.